So AAA games are actually amazing. Wait, but doesn't the title say AAA games suck? So no, I love AAA games and they are amazing sometimes, like BioShock, Doom Eternal, Titanfall 2, and so many others. But let's look into some games from like 2020 to 2022. Drumroll please. Cyberpunk. I think everybody knows what happened to this one. This game is honestly a mess. Prime example of a AAA game failing to reach or even get close to the expectations set by the trailers. Just look at the bugs of this thing. Jeez.
When you were a friend of Jackie's, I saw you at his funeral.
But this game had a lot of hype, and it even took 8 years to make, and there's so many good games that took a lot of time to make, like GTA 5, but there's also so many other AAA games that became this. But let's just travel way back to like, say, 14 years ago. Here's Crysis. A game highly regarded for its visuals, but that's not really the point of this video. Back then, games couldn't just sell a half-finished alpha build to customers. Cough cough. Battlefield 2042. Since gamers at the time couldn't just install an update to fix something, and while patches did exist, they were really hard to come by and needed like magazines and super slow speeds on file sharing websites with a bunch of pirated content and that, and which comes to the point that AAA games devs don't really care anymore, as people are just gonna buy the games either way, regardless of its really terrible bugs and whatever else they try to put on it, like microtransactions, EA, and they just update the game after launch, since they could just do this with any launcher that's modern. And this is just sad, because these AAA games used to be so good, and some are still amazing, like you got this, and there's just so much good stuff, but there's just a few rotten apples in the bunch. Like this stuff, like we already know, it might not be the best idea to pre-order games like Modern Warfare 2, and it does seem out to be going amazingly. Just don't pre-order games. It's not a good idea. Just don't, in general. It's not really that good. But on another point though, indie devs do gain a lot from pre-orders, unlike AAA games, because they already have the budget to pay their workers, unlike indie devs. And sure, I don't really like indie games much, because, you know, there's that little indie jank, I guess. It just feels less polished in general, but so do AAA games now. There's so many good smaller studio games, or just indie games in general, like Insurgency Sandstorm. Yeah, that's actually an indie game. And they actually need these pre-orders to actually survive and not just become a pile of whatever that is. Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you to just pre-order every single indie or small studio game on Steam right now, because that's just absurd. But just keep that in mind before pre-ordering any games, really. And by the way, thanks for watching the full video, cause it's sort of different from what I normally do, but I think it's a good change. But it does need addressing, like really big, especially you, EA. I'm keeping an eye on you.